Hey guys, welcome back to Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen. Last time, we got our very first Pokemon, Charlie with Charmander. We set out from Pallet Town to Viridian City, battling some Pokemon along the way before coming back to deliver Professor Oak a parcel. He gave us the Pokedex, which I only recently realized is short for Pokemon Index, and I feel like I should have realized that much earlier. And he told us to go out and catalog every Pokemon in the world, or at least in the Kanto region. This time we'll be doing just that, as we set out along Route 1 and go back to Viridian City and the routes beyond. Now, as we go along Route 1, now that we have Pokeballs, we can finally start catching the Pokemon we encounter. So with that, how about we go over the Pokemon we can catch on this route? One of the first Pokemon you can catch is Rattata, which evolves into Raticate at level 20. It's also our first Normal-type Pokemon. Normal types are, well, normal. They're more or less the closest thing the series has to a typeless Pokemon, sort of a catch-all for any Pokemon that doesn't have any obvious elemental association. Normal types are ineffective against Rock and Steel types and have no effect on Ghost types. The only real advantage they have is that they're immune to Ghost-type moves, but that's about it. To add insult to injury, they're also weak to the fighting type. But that being said, the normal type isn't bad by any stretch of the definition. There are many good normal types that we'll be covering. Sadly, Rattata isn't one of them. It is a useful Pokemon early on in the game, but it sadly peaks early. It has a good attack and speed, allowing it to deal tons of damage at the beginning of battles. I would recommend catching one to help you out in the start of the game, but it loses its usefulness as the game progresses, and it becomes outclassed in its niche and stats by better options. It has a very useful ability, Run Away, which lets you run away from any wild encounter you want with a 100% success rate, so I'd recommend catching one if only to use that. Aside from that, I can't really recommend Rattata or Raticate long term. To save the normal type from its rough introduction, let's move on to Pidgey. Pidgey is the first flying-type Pokemon you'll encounter. Typically, flying types specialize in speed, being the first to move in battle and take out enemies weak to them. The flying type is also completely immune to ground-type moves, and also resists grass and bug-type moves. For Pidgey, combining its two types means it's also immune to the ghost type, so it has two immunities. It evolves at level 18 to Pidgeotto, where each of its stats gets boosted by 15 points, with the exception of HP, which only gets boosted 13 points, and at level 36 into Pidgeot, where all its stats are further boosted by 20 points and speed by 30. Its stats combined with its immunities gives Pidgey several type advantages that are useful so early in the game. However, in the grand scheme of things, it's pretty mediocre. Its stats are not as good as other flying types you'll be able to find during the game. If you want to keep it around, it can be useful, but there are other flying types I would recommend instead of Pidgey. At the end of the day, it's outclassed by better options that fill its role better. So, okay, we've already gone through a lot of grass patches and we still haven't got anything yet. Okay, there we go. Seems like we'll be catching a Pidgey first. Or Charlie, you just do a simple scratch. Got Pidgey's tackle, Charlie can tank that. Its health is in the red, so let's go to our bag and use a Pokeball. The Pokeball will shake at least 3 times before catching a Pokemon. There we go, Pidgey was caught. Pidgey's data was added to the Pokedex. Does not like to fight. It hides in tall grass and so on, foraging for food such as small bugs. Alright, I really didn't think of a good nickname for the Pidgey. Let's see. It's a bird. It can fly. It's descended from dinosaurs. Hold on a sec, I think I've got... Alright, I've got it. Welcome to the team Ankylosaur. I know the full term is Ankylosaurus, but there's not enough letters for that. I think it's a very fitting name. Now we have 2 Pokemon, Charlie and Ankylosaur. Now there's also one more Pokemon we want to catch, the Rattata, so let's see what we got here. Not just a Pidgey. Normally I'd suggest not really fighting weak wild Pokemon, but considering that that's all we can do for now, I would recommend it in this case. Since we've already caught a Pidgey, we can also pull out our stronger moves like Ember. Charlie gained 23 experience points. So our next encounter hopefully will be a Rattata. There we go! Wild Rattata appeared. Oh, Charlie. One more scratch should put it in the red. So let's catch our third Pokemon. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Rattata is caught. Rattata's data is added to the Pokedex. Its fangs are long and very sharp. They grow continuously, so it gnaws on hard things to whittle them down. You know what? I'll name the Rattata after a movie I really liked as a kid. One of the greatest cinematic masterpieces of all time, Ratatouille. I shall name her Remy after the main character. If you remember that movie, you have my respect. But since Ankylosaur and Remy are kind of low at HP, let's go to the Pokemon Center and heal them up. I don't really plan on using them as part of our main team, but you are going to be wanting to, well, catch them all. You'll get many new bonuses from the more Pokemon you catch, so they're very worth catching even if you don't plan to keep them around long term. That being said, let's just go by Viridian City since we've already been here, and go left to Route 22. Already jumping ahead in the numbers, I see. Now, in this grass patch, there are also 2 new Pokemon. Mankey is our first fighting-type Pokemon, which have strong physical offense and high speed. They are very useful against a ton of types, namely Normal, Ice, Rock, Dark, and Steel. I would consider Mankey to be a must-catch if you started with Charmander, considering our first few gym battles will be super effective against Fire Pokemon, and Mankey will have an advantage over them. Mankey evolves into Primeape at level 28, and like Rattata and Pidgey, it sort of loses its usefulness later on with different fighting types outclassing it. That being said, with good training and preparation, it can be a versatile Pokemon throughout your playthrough. I ran Primeape on my OG team when I first played this game, and it did well. I can recommend keeping it around, but there are better options, admittedly. Now, Spearow is another normal flying type that can be found commonly throughout the game, though not as common as Pidgey. At level 20, however, it evolves into a beast. Fearow is ultimately the better version of Pidgeot, in my opinion. Its defense and special stats are lower, but its attack is much higher. This plays to its benefit as it helps Fearow fill out its speedy attacker niche better. The key strategy with both Pidgeot and Fearow is to deliver swift, devastating attacks first. Fearow's high attack and speed allows it to fulfill this goal more effectively than Pidgeot can. If you want to have a flying type in your team, I will say I don't think it's the very best in the game, but it is the best you'll be able to catch for a very long time, so I would definitely get it. It's even viable for the end game, so if you decide to keep it around long term, it won't disappoint. My final verdict on Fearow is that it's a very solid choice. Of the 2, I'm also going to catch a Mankey and a Spearow. Alright, Mankey. Okay, let's go for a scratch. Normal types aren't very good against... Okay, he's lowering the defense. Normal types aren't very good against fighting types, so we'll want to keep that in mind. Okay, it's in yellow. I think I'm gonna just go for a catch here. There we go. Gotcha, Mankey was caught. Mankey's data is added to the Pokedex. Light and agile on its feet and ferocious in temperament. When angered, it flies into an uncontrollable frenzy. Mankey's a kung fu fighter, CeeLo. That seems like a good name. And now let's hopefully find a Spearow. Not just a Mankey, but we can grind some experience out of it. Charlie's defense fell. Charlie used Ember. These are almost to level 8. Okay. Just another Mankey. Well, Mankey fainted. Charlie gained 52 experience points. Charlie makes it to level 8 after only fighting 2 Mankeys. Now let's hopefully find a Spearow, please. I really want a Spearow. Ugh. I'm guessing now would be a good time to bring up encounter rates. On Route 22, there's a 45% chance you'll run into a Rattata that's level 2 to 5. There's a 45% chance you'll run into a Mankey that's level 2 to 5. And there's a 10% chance of running into a Spearow that's level 3 or 5. So 1 out of every 10 wild encounters should be a Spearow, thankfully. Finally! Okay, here we go. Wild Spearow appeared. Let's go for a scratch. I don't want to kill it after all I went through. Fuck! Oh no! Charlie made level 9! Oh god damn it. That was some shitty luck right there. Okay. At least we should run into another Spearow out of every 10 wild encounters. I'm just running from these. The general rule of thumb is that if a wild Pokemon is within 5 levels of your league, well, at least if it's, let me rephrase that. If it's at least 5 levels below the Pokemon you have out front, then it's typically worth fighting. So anything level 4 and above, I'll fight. And then things like this level 2 Rattata, it's just not really worth it. I'll also mention that the catch rates for Route 1, you have a 50% chance of a level 2 to 5 Pidgey and a 50% chance of a level 2 to 4 Rattata. Come on. Oh my god, how many encounters have we had so far? Okay, please. Of course not, and of course it's also level 2, so I can't even get anything. Will this be a Spearow? No. Man, I usually don't have this much trouble running into a Spearow. It usually comes up sooner than later for me. Alright, fine, I'll take care of you. Don't feel honored by it, though. Damn, okay. I mean, at least maybe trying to get to level 10. Oh my god, just give me a Spearow, please. Okay, I'm just gonna try to psychically influence the game to give me... No, it didn't work. I shall clear my mind of all thoughts except Spearow. Damn it! Man, I sure hope this game doesn't give me a Spearow. That would be the worst thing in the world. No, reverse psychology didn't work either. God damn it. I have been grinding for far longer than I would have liked, hoping to get one of these damn things. But the bright side, Charlie grew to level 10. Ugh. There's no hope, is there? I'm losing my mind looking for a goddamn Spearow. This is just going great. Okay, let's continue this streak of terrible luck. How did I know? Why is this just not working? Odds shouldn't be this shitty. Finally, okay. Why? Oh, level 3. Please don't kill it. Oh, thank God. I thought it would kill it for a second. Let's finally catch this thing. Okay. Thank you. Gotcha, Spearow was caught at long last. I never thought I'd see the words. The spear was a symbol of war. How about just Aries? I like the sound of that. We now have 5 Pokemon on our team. Before we go any further, I'm going to go back to Viridian City and heal at the Pokemon Center, and I strongly suggest you do as well. We have a bit of a fight coming up ahead. I'm going to be as vague as possible, and I want everyone to be in top shape. We do have the potion we could use, but I'd rather wait to use that in a battle and not let it go to waste. And I also want to go into the Pokemon section and select Aries and switch his position with Charlie. When you're getting to battles, any Pokemon that participated in the battle will gain EXP. Even if you didn't actually attack, you'll gain some experience from it. You want to use this to raise up your Pokemon, so if there's a Pokemon you want to gain, put some levels on, like Aries here, we'll have him out in front and then we can switch him out to a stronger Pokemon like Charlie. So, now I think of it, getting some levels on CeeLo will be useful too. Like I mentioned, we're going to want to raise up our Mankey in order to take on the Pokemon Charlie's going to be weak to. And here in the Pokemart, we can get more Pokeballs, some potions, antidotes to heal Pokemon from poisoning, and a Paralyze heal to heal from paralysis. We can only afford 10 potions, so I'm just going to buy 2. Is there anything else I can do for you? Please come again. Now that we've healed and stocked back up on items, I'll meet you guys back by the Route 22 grass patch. Going up here... Hey Tim, you're off to the Pokemon League? Forget about it. You probably don't have any badges, do you? The guard won't let you through without them. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? Rival Neil would like to battle. Rival Neil sent out Pidgey. This Pidgey is going to be level 9. He'll have the moves Tackle, which most of our Pokemon have. We'll also have Sand Attack, a ground-type move that will lower your accuracy, as well as Gust, a flying-type move that has a base power of 40, but is made stronger by same-type attack bonus. I'm not going to send CeeLo out because CeeLo is fighting-type and fighting is weak to flying. Pidgey uses Tackle and did 5 damage. I'm going to use Ember and hope the Pidgey gets a burn. Okay, our accuracy is lower. That could be bad. I'm going to do another Ember. Critical hit! Pidgey is down. Aries gained 52 experience points, grew to level 4. Charlie gained 52 experience points. He's going to use Squirrel now. I'm going to go for CeeLo here. His starter will have the same moves it did in our last fight with him when it only had 1 attacking move and 1 stat lowering move. I'm gonna see if CeeLo can take him on, and no, he cannot. He just took out half his HP. Charlie, you're up again. And we're already beating Neil in terms of levels. Our starter is a higher level than his is. Oh. Right, Ember isn't effective against Squirtle because fire-type moves don't work well against water types. I really should have remembered that, not just have spaced out there. Okay, this is getting close. Okay, one more hit and Charlie is down. Aries? Spearow is very fast, so... Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay. Shit. Damn it! Aries fainted. CeeLo, your time to shine. I'll hope you're faster. Yes! Squirrel's attack missed. Oh, damn it. Lear. Oh, okay. Defense fell. Okay. Scrap. Damn it. No. Charlie, you got this, buddy. I believe in you. Yes! Charlie gained 126 experience points and made it to level 11. I'm proud of you, Charlie. And you too, CeeLo and Aries. Aw, you just lucked out. No, I'm just better than you. I heard the Pokemon League is crawling with tough trainers. I have to figure out how to get past them. You should quit dolling and get a move on. That was a much closer fight than I would have liked. Now, around here, if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be a hidden item. I can't find it just yet. We'll just have to come back later, I suppose. Now, we can walk through the grass patch. Thankfully, we didn't get attacked. Pokemon League, front gate. We've heard about the League and how they want some trainers to challenge them, so how about we try going in? Only truly skilled trainers are allowed through. You don't have the Boulder Badge yet. Rules are rules, I can't let you pass. There's no inscription on these statues, so we can't do anything with them either. Looks like we'll still have some exploring to do before we go to the Pokemon League. Now, the fight with your rival on Route 22 is entirely optional, but I decided to challenge him because, well, it's free experience and we could use as much of that as possible. And first things first, we also severely want to heal up because of the damage we took. That was a very close fight and it could have easily gone worse for us. Alright, now that we're out of the Poké Center, let's go and talk to the coffee-lacking old man, totally not the drunk old man. I go shopping in Pure City occasionally. I have to take the winding trail in Viridian Forest when I go. Well now, I've had my coffee and that's when I need to get going. What's that red box I have? Now, so you're working your Pokedex. Let me give you a word of advice. Whenever you catch a Pokemon, the Pokedex automatically updates its data. You don't know how to catch a Pokemon? I suppose I better show you that. We know how to catch a Pokemon. We've done it 4 times already. Wild Weedle appeared. Well, the old man do, and now we see a full animation of what we've done plenty of times before. You cannot skip this. You are forced to watch it. I guess it's good that there's a demonstration, but like, come on, we've already done this. Gotcha, Weedle was caught. There, now tell me, that was educational, was it not? It was not. Here, take this too. Obtain the Teachy TV. Tim put the Teachy TV in the key items pocket. If there's something you don't understand, watch that. It'll teach you about the basics of being a Pokemon trainer. This actually has some pretty useful tips in it. Teach me how to battle, what are stats problems, what are type matchups, I want to catch Pokemon. I want to go into the video for type matchups. Hey all you trainers out there! Hello trainers! Come on, let me hear you! Hello trainers! Hey, how's it going? It's me, the Pokedude. Does everyone know about type matchups? Pokemon, their moves all belong to certain types. For example, there are such types as grass and water. You need to consider the type of move used to attack, and the type of the Pokemon that is hit by that attack. Depending on how those two types match up, the damage can change. You see, it depends on whether the type matchup is good or bad. If you don't know how matchups work, battles will be tough. So let me demonstrate exactly what I mean. Alrighty, here goes. Keep your eyes glued to the Super Pokedude show. Wild Oddish appeared. Go, Poliwag. Will Poliwag do? Poliwag used Bubble. It's not very effective. The move Bubble is a water type attack. The targeted Oddish is a grass poison type Pokemon. The water type attack is absorbed by the grass type Pokemon. As a result, the move becomes not very effective and inflicts only half the usual damage. Wild Oddish used Absorb. It's super effective. Poliwag had its energy drained. Uh-oh, this is not good. The Absorb attack you just saw is a grass type move. Poliwag is a water type Pokemon, so Absorb becomes super effective, doubling the damage. It's not going to be easy to win with this matchup. Let's try shifting Pokemon. Poliwag, that's enough, come back, go Butterfree. Shifting Pokemon in and out uses up one turn. Now it's the opponent's turn. Wild Oddish used Absorb. It's not very effective. Butterfree had its energy drained. Butterfree is a bug flying type Pokemon. Against this Pokemon, a grass type attack inflicts only half the usual damage on a bug type Pokemon. And it also causes only half the damage on a flying type Pokemon. Therefore, Butterfree, being a bug flying Pokemon, only takes 1/4 of the usual damage. What will Butterfree do? Oddish is a grass poison type Pokemon. A flying or psychic type attack is super effective against it. One of those types of attacks will inflict double the usual damage. Okay, here we go. Butterfree used Confusion, a psychic type move. It's super effective. So this tutorial is a good one for explaining type matchups, and honestly does a better job explaining it than I probably could, so that's why I really wanted to show this off. Plus, this is just a really obscure item that not a lot of people use, since, well, it's a tutorial and a lot of people skip over it. But I like it. It has its own charm to it in the form of, like, a kid's show with the Pokédew as the host. Yeah, we won! Poliwag gained 78 experience points. Butterfree gained 78 experience points. Is it possible to launch an attack that will inflict heavy damage? Does the opposing Pokemon pose a threat to your Pokemon? Is there any chance that they have disastrously tough moves? Watch the type matchups to gain the upper hand. Alrighty, be seeing you. Oh, for the cool type Pokemon, dude. Awesome type kids like you match up perfectly. Remember, a good deed a day brings happiness to stay. The end. That's pretty much all I wanted to show off for that. I'll probably be showing off the other episodes of that show later on, and probably in a bonus episode, but there's nothing they really say I want to show off for now. Viridian City Pokemon Gym. This Pokemon Gym is always closed. I wonder who the leader is. We can try to enter the gym, but as he said, Viridian Gym's doors are locked. Now this lady is saying she could go to Pewter City. And up past here, trainer tips, catch Pokemon, expand your collection. I was gonna say up past here we could leave and see what was up ahead. And we're already on Route 2. Route 2, Viridian City to Pewter City. I think we've made it quite a way. We caught 4 new Pokemon. We caught Sealo the Mankey, Ankylosaur the Pidgey, Remy the Rattata, and Aries the Spearow. We also battled Needle again, and Charlie made it all the way to level 11. Already made it 6 levels in 2 episodes. Next time, on Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen, we go along Route 2 and make our way to Pewter City. See you guys next time.